It's a Rant gang thing, you can come and hang with us, yeah, yeah. Get familiar with the name, it's the Rant gang, it's the Rant gang. So, what's wrong with y'all kids? Why y'all kids so mean? I don't get it. Like, who teaches kids how to be that mean? Like, what? You know, this is gonna be a rant because I just feel like I need to talk about just the nonsense that's been going on at my kids' school. And, you know, I'm just over it. I just think it's crazy. I just think that I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of it. So listen, I'm gonna start here, okay? You know, I try to teach my kids that you should strive just to be a good person. Just overall, just be a good person. You know, we talk about God, you know. My kids know what love is. They feel love. They have love around them. And, you know, we do good deeds. We go out and we feed homeless people. I try to help people when I can and where I can. And I just try to teach my kids to be like that, you know. Be a good person, because we need more good people in the world. Because why go around being mean? Why go around being a freaking a-hole? Like, for what? For why? Why does that make you feel good to be mean to other people? Why? It's ridiculous. I teach my kids to be good. So when it comes to people being mean, I take it very, very, I don't take it well. I can't handle people being mean, just to other people in general. But especially if you're gonna come be mean to my kids, for what? Because my kids are good. Like, I have decent kids. My kids are not bad. My children, they're not bad. And so it really just irks me when kids are just mean. You know? So at school, for the past week or two, I've been having issues. First it was with the teacher. Now it's with some of the kids that are in his class. So there was an incident. We're gonna say it happened on Thursday. So there was an incident at school on Thursday, and about 4 kids came up to my son and they were like, get to the back of the line, or whatever. First he was like, no. And then he said he just let all 4 of them jump in front of him in line. Okay. So when he told me about the incident, I told the teacher, and she said that she talked to all 4 of the students, and, you know, she let them know that Braylon has accommodations, which he does. My son's on an IEP. He has a disability. My son, he's different. Okay, so he's different, so they treat him differently. The teacher was even doing this at one point. So she said that she let them know that Raylan has accommodations. Leave him alone. This is what she told me. So this was on Monday. So come Tuesday, he let me know the little boy in art class hit him with some clay. He hit him back. Great. That's what you're supposed to do, because now I have to teach my son how to be evil. So the Wednesday comes, the teacher messaged me like there was an incident between Raylan and another student. They both pushed each other. I let them know that it was wrong and they should have both told an adult, and they both understood where they were wrong at. I'm like, okay, so but this student happened to be one of the students that were already messing with him. Oh, she says, oh, legally I can't give out the names of any students, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I didn't ask you for a name. I just asked you if the incident happened with one of the children that was already messing with him. But I said, that's okay. He'll let me know. She said, oh, my bad. I mistyped. She said, I meant to say I can't give out any student information. Okay, whatever. He'll let me know. So he came. I already knew that it had to do with one of these kids that was already messing with him. So he came home, he tells me the situation. I'm like, exactly. I exactly knew that. That's why, and I knew it was already one of them goddamn kids that was already messing with you. So I told the teacher, like, hey, I knew it was Max. You just tell Max and my son the hell alone. I'm like, ain't no going to tell no adult. I'm telling my son right now, if somebody hits you, hit him back. And I don't know. If somebody hits you, you hit them back. Now I have to teach my son. If somebody cusses you, cuss him back out. Now I have to teach my son how to be evil, to keep up with the evil kids that are just mean for no reason. My son is a sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? He's a quirky little awkward kid. And he is. That's it. My son's not a bully. I don't ever see my son walking up to nobody, get to the back of the line. None of that. Because that's not my son. That's not my son. And I'm not just saying, you know, oh, my son's an angel. I'm not one of those parents that be like, oh, my kids are just great. They don't do nothing. But my kids are decent. They're not those type of, my kids don't bully kids. They don't walk up on nobody and try to bully them. My kids, I teach my kids better than that. Like, you have to treat people the way that you want to be treated. You can't go around being a bully. You can't go around trying to make somebody do something they don't want to do. None of that. You can't do that. So my thing is, she talking about if something happens, tell an adult. No, leave him alone. If nothing would happen. How about you just leave my son alone? It could all be so simple. It could all be so simple. Leave him alone. Because he ain't messing with you. You messing with him. So ain't none of that. No. We used to do that shit back in the day. Somebody hit you, go tell the teacher, no, fuck that. They hit you, hit them back. That's on period. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of y'all evil ass kids out here in the world that don't got no fucking home training, and they don't know how to treat other people. They don't know how to treat other people. That's ridiculous. And my thing is, if you spoke to the other parents and those parents ain't talking to their kids and letting them know you can't go around acting like that and treating people like that, and they're still doing the same thing, then what you want me to do? Other than tell my son, okay, well, listen, if he come up to you and flip you off, flip him back off. If he come up to you and he be like, fuck you, excuse me, if he come up and be like, F you, Raylan, say F you back. Because, you know, I'm trying, now I gotta teach my kids how to be mean. Because they're not mean. I gotta teach them how to be mean. I gotta teach my kids to cuss people the hell out. Because people don't know how to treat them like human beings. What? What is this world that we live in? You know, and I tell my kids, nobody can disrespect you. Nobody can disrespect you. Not another child, not an adult, nobody. Nobody can talk to you any type of way because you're small or you're a child. It doesn't work like that. People got to have respect for you as a child just like they want you to have respect. Can't nobody boss you around. None of that's happening. Your teachers don't get to talk to you any type of way. And they're your teacher. No. Respectfully, respect my son. And we won't have no problems. We won't have no problems because my kids are not going around messing with people. I know it. It's so worrisome being a parent. It is so worrisome being a parent, especially when you have kids that are different and they just not, you know, they're just different. My son's different. My son has epilepsy and he was having seizures at like a big part of his lifetime. Like when he was 1.5, he started having seizures and he had a bunch of seizures, and he has seizures in his sleep. So it messed with him. It kind of, you know, it messed with his ability. It messed with his chemical, all of that. Like, so my son's different. You know, he's not one of them. He's not one of them. Stop playing with my son. He's not one of them. He is a good kid. You know, I wasn't a bad kid. I wasn't a bad kid. I didn't give my grandmother any problems. You know, other than her saying that I was boy crazy. I wasn't a bad kid. My kids are pretty much like me. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. And I just hate it. I just hate that I have to teach them to be mean. I hate that I have to teach them to be mean. And I hate that my son feels the way that he feels. You know, I hate that I have to tell him, F them kids, you know what I'm saying? Because he comes home and he's like, I don't know why kids don't like me. What? That hurts my heart. And then I have to be like, really? Fuck them kids, you know? And that's bad. I don't want to be talking like that. Y'all kids is crazy. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that my son feels the way that he feels. It infuriates me because my son, he's not like that. I try to teach my son, this is just the world we live in. Even when you become an adult, there are going to be people, there are adults that act like that. And it's a sad world that we live in, you know? But I just be like, everybody's not going to like you. You're not going to like everybody, but it doesn't give them the right to be mean to you. Just don't speak to them. Just don't say nothing to my baby. If you don't like him, leave him alone. Don't say nothing to him. Move around. Simple. Tell y'all kids that. You don't have to be mean to somebody because you don't like them or because they're different than you are. Like what? I just wish people would just leave my baby alone and just let him be who he is. Why he can't just be a kid trying to go to school? Why he can't be that? And then the teacher yelling at my baby, scolding him because he's taking too long to answer a question. So you got the teacher and you got these kids messing with him. Leave my baby alone. Because y'all not about to have my son at the age of 10 trying to hurt himself because he feel less than. No, you're not doing that. Leave my son alone. Leave him alone. No. It's irritating. I can't stand mean people. Do better. Do better. I just wanted to rant. I just needed to rant. I needed to get that off my chest. I needed to talk. Like, what? Y'all leave my son alone. Leave him alone. No, I'm teaching my son to cuss kids out like they cuss him out. I don't like that. I don't like that my son feels the way that he feels. These kids is just, I'm gonna go. I don't even know if I feel better after this rant. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just sad. I'm gonna go, y'all. Make sure y'all join the family. Like this video. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. We got so much more content coming. All different types of content. So just stay tuned. Teach our kids better. It's the Rant Gang thing. You can come and hang with us, yeah, yeah. Get familiar with the name. It's the Rant Gang. It's the Rant Gang.